In today's video, we'll be answering 10 of the biggest mysteries about the Pope. Leading the worldwide Catholic Church is certainly a big job, but have you ever wondered about the day-to-day aspects of the papacy? Well, welcome back to FTD Facts. I'm Sarah Carvalho, and today we'll be answering some of the most popular questions and biggest mysteries about what it's like to be the Pope. All right, coming up at number 10, why do some popes wear red shoes? Interesting question. So throughout history, many popes have worn red shoes, as it is said to memorialize the blood of Christian martyrs. But red shoes were actually a Roman status symbol well before the birth of Jesus, when only the aristocrats could afford the expensive dye to produce the vivid red color. After the advent of Christianity, cardinals and the Pope adopted red vestments, and the red papal shoes have been carried over from that time. Now, of course, the red shoes are not a mandatory part of the wardrobe, and some popes have simply chosen to wear black or brown leather loafers. Up next, what is the Pope's salary? Money, money, money. Well, contrary to many beliefs, popes aren't raking big bucks into their personal bank accounts. While you can't exactly pull up the Pope's salary online, the Vatican has confirmed that the Pope is not a paid salary. However, the Vatican does have a budget raised largely through its museums and banks that covers all the day-to-day financial needs of the Pope, such as food, travel, clothing, and other living expenses, as well as the costs of Vatican upkeep and staff. All right, now, can the Pope have pets? Seems unfortunate, but true that the Pope and any other residents of the Vatican are not allowed to have pets. Now, this prohibition on papal pets hasn't always been in place. Some popes have reportedly kept a dog or a cat and even a canary, but more contemporary popes have respected the restrictions on pets in the Vatican. In fact, when Benedict XVI, a well-known animal lover, became Pope, his beloved cat Chico was left in the care of the housekeeper of his own private residence. All right, up at number 7, is the Pope allowed to grow a beard? Well, beards have become an increasingly mainstream look for men from all walks of life, with the exception of the popes. Now, listen, it's not specifically forbidden for the Pope to grow a beard. In fact, Pope Innocent XII, who passed away in 1700, was actually the last Pope to rock a beard. Since then, all subsequent popes have just opted for a clean-shaven face. Now, this is likely because Roman canon tradition encourages clean-shaven clergy so that facial hair doesn't disrespect the blood of Christ by grazing the communion wine. Ugh, that would be kind of gross, right? All right, this next one is personal because I love vacations. And can the Pope take personal vacations? While being a spiritual leader to the world's more than 1 billion Catholics would be a very demanding vocation for anyone. So how does the Pope kick back and relax when the job gets to be a little too much? Well, don't expect to see the Pope downing a margarita on the beach in Mexico anytime soon, but they do definitely take some time off for some quiet rest and relaxation. The Pope actually has access to a vacation house known as Castel Gandolfo, a swanky summer residence in the hills about 25 kilometers from the Vatican, and it even has a pool. Popes have used Castel Gandolfo to escape Rome's summer heat for almost 400 years and have generally used their vacation time as you would expect, reading, praying, and composing religious texts. All right, up at number 5 in the halfway point in today's video, what happens when a pope passes away? Well, in modern times, a doctor first certifies that the pontiff is deceased and a Latin pronouncement is made. The Camerlengo, a cardinal who serves as the administrative head of the Vatican, is then summoned to confirm the pope's passing through a series of rituals. Once the Camerlengo is sure that the pope has indeed passed and is not just in a deep sleep, he destroys the ring of the fisherman worn by the pope and historically used to seal papal correspondence, as well as any other papal seals. Then the Pope's quarters are sealed off, and public and diplomatic announcements of the passing, including the ringing of the bells at St. Peter's, are made, and funeral arrangements can begin along with the selection of the next next pope. Okay, this is a big one. This one was interesting. Can the Pope watch movies and TV? What do you think? Yes, the Pope can watch TV and or movies. In fact, the Vatican has its own film library with over 8,000 titles, as well as a tiny movie theater to show them in, which was converted from its former use as a chapel. However, don't picture the Pope curling up with some popcorn, binge watching Breaking Bad. Papal media viewing, at least the ones that are publicly reported, tend to be pretty tame. Of course, it would be perfectly acceptable for them to keep up with their favorite sports games or the evening news on TV during their personal time as well. Now, you might be wondering, what does the Pope eat and drink? Are there things they can and can't eat or drink? Well, the Pope is generally not limited by rules regarding food and drink. Some popes have even brought in their own personal cooking staff to work in the kitchen, whipping up delicious dishes of pasta, pizza, strudel, and tiramisu. In contrast, though, some popes prefer to take their meals in the Vatican hotel dining room with other residents and generally favor very plain and simple meals. Now, in terms of drinks, there are no prohibitions on the Pope's consumption of alcohol, and most popes have occasionally treated themselves to the occasional highball, a beer, or a little bit of wine. Now, up at number 2, the question, does the Pope ever dress casually? Now, it can be hard to imagine the Pope wearing anything but his trademark white robes, but does he ever get to dress down? The answer is yes. The Pope sometimes wears casual clothes, but to avoid damaging his image, the more ordinary outfits are usually kept out of the public eye. For example, if the Pope puts on sweatpants or a pair of jeans, he typically does so behind closed doors during his own personal time. And up at number 1, famous question, does the Pope ever sneak out of the Vatican? Let's face it, it's lonely at the top, and too often the strict security restrictions that limit their mobility and privacy have led many popes to sneak out of the Vatican, traveling incognito to avoid unwanted attention. Some of the more popular sneak outs include off-the-record trips to ski and hike in the Italian Alps, unannounced visits to local art exhibits, late-night walks through Rome, trips to the optician to get a new pair of glasses, and even lunchtime hunts for the best slice of pizza in the city. All right, friends, that brings us to the end of today's video on 10 biggest religious mysteries about the Pope answered. Let me know in the comments below which of these questions and explanations was the most surprising to you. And as always, thanks for watching, like, subscribe, and we'll catch you right back here next time for more facts. See ya!